Maybe you will not give me what I want today, but perhaps I can leave you with something. A key now lies where you would sit. It weighs the same as the very map that you once held. As you swim over the key, you see your very reflection looks back at you. The choice is yours. Sit, and I will learn your weight. Stand, and I will fully understand your lacking. Place the key in my hand. I will give you one gift. No strings attached. One gift. Call it sure footing. A steady gaze, maybe. Choose, Suri. Would you take a gift with nothing attached?
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Would You Believe, episode 101. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather the Christmas shit in the room. Yes, we have decorated for Christmas. It was this weekend or no other weekend, so there we go, get over it, let's move on. Previously on Malt and Magic, then, awakening on a strange shore, the party faced a devastating loss, finding one Edgious Bones Jones dead, or at least as dead could be. So while Suri attempted a resurrection, Edgious found himself in a peaceful afterlife of sorts, reunited with his wife and son. Following long conversations, heart-to-hearts, and various revelations as well, Edgious was forced to choose between eternal rest and the unfinished fight. And he decided to sacrifice his paradise to return to the living, awakening in his skeletal form with a large crack across his skull. But the Shrouded Lord was already waiting to greet our party in their dreams. Visions of a world under threat haunted the group, revealing to Kavan that Union City was under siege, and Mara, not only pregnant, was also in grave danger. So with no time to waste, Kavan bid our party a tearful goodbye, flying off on a transformed Morrow to save his family, just as the star-touched crystal split into 5 shards, and this is where we will pick up tonight. So my usual content warnings do apply. There will be absolutely tons of adult language and adult humour, and other content warnings will be available in the episode description when this goes to VOD and to podcast format. So with that being said, you have been warned. Let's roll.
We do it to Steve every single time. I'm going to take it personally soon.
Right, I'm changing it now.
I mean,
there we go. Dave's saving as we speak.
Last time he was on, and now he's not even showing up at the beginning of the show. Unreal.
Poor Steve. That being said, at least we have Steve in real time and in full Technicolor.
Lovely to be back.
Indeed.
I thought he wasn't there.
The pause was poignant, then I was like, have we lost sound? Well played, Steve. Well played. With that being said, let's run down the lineup very quickly, because we've got a few bits to sort out tonight. So, I am Matt. I am your Dungeon Master for this evening. I may be playing the sidekick character of Takami, depending on what this lot decide to do with her. And yeah.
Hello, I'm Dave, and I'm playing Jewel of Shadows, the female Tabaxi Rogue.
Hello, and I'm Danny, and I'm playing Lex Ordo, the UNT sorcerer, and I'm hoping to cry less than I did last session, if that's okay with everyone.
Let's try.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Steve. I'm playing the human grump Suri, not via text this week.
I'm Bodhi. I'm playing Edgious Bones Jones, and my objective has just become to make Danny cry tonight. So that's
Brilliant.
He's
just going to be mean to me.
I'm excited
Punch
to
him
get
in the
into
nuts
this, dude.
really hard.
Justice, love, and skill. Those are the words for Edgious right now, so I'm buzzing.
So flog in Lootly. Very good then, as there's messages for the party in the WhatsApp group, so please go check it if you have not already. But yes, we are going to begin tonight with a little bit of a rewind, but only a tiny bit, because I am very conscious that one of our party members did not get to experience their dream in full-fledged capability. So we're going to roll back to the previous night. Even though we've all just watched Kavan fly off into the sunrise as such, still the faint lines, even in the morning light, of those violet cracks in the sky. At the beginning of the night, however, Suri, you begin to dream. And I'm going to go and get the actual right entrance to the dream. So yes, there we go. You stand before a map as it unrolls in the dark. The ink on it moves like a river, and a voice speaks from the paper in your own tone, giving you directions for a second that you do not remember learning. And then a second voice arrives, calm, close, and everywhere.
Follow and open. Burn and close. Choose.
The map marks 3 places on it, and 3 costs or clues. You can't quite make that sort of case just yet. But it says palm for the gate, tongue for the city, name for the room. And that voice again.
They will use you to open what they cannot. The map is a key. Keys open both ways. What cost will you pay first, Suri?
So, Suri looks around. Kind of scans the 3 options that are charted out and wanders to, I guess, the middle of the map, if I'm picturing it correctly. So it's kind of like equidistant from the 3 options. And I kind of looks around and I don't think we've met. Waits a moment, kind of shrugs, and crouches down and starts kind of examining the map just directly in front of him, like beneath him, quite closely.
Give me an insight check, please.
That's quite good. That's 26.
26. It's very good. As you look down at this map and sort of look around, but then pay attention to those 3 markings, you realise that the costs or those clues are more of a frame as such, not a rule. It's a guide.
I don't think that it is. He's still crouched down, kind of looking at the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that it is them that is seeking to use me.
Is that so?
Yes. I take it you don't feel like showing yourself.
I am already here. I am everywhere. For you, however, one touch.
And you notice the gate marking begins to glow.
One touch is enough to let you in. One touch enough to let me through. Oh, how I could help you, Suri. All the things you seek. The one thing you seek to kill. And the one thing you would covet above all else. You didn't find it under the mountain, did you? I can lead you to it.
You would be amazed at what I found under the mountain. And he'd kind of, again, quite a long pause and reach forward and start kind of like scratching at the... am I right in thinking that the ink's almost kind of like fluid in how it's drawn out this...
Yep,
landscape?
absolutely. It sort of flows around, so yes.
So he'd start kind of like pushing around at this ink, kind of like almost sketching around with it, trying to just sort of playing with it. And he'd continue doing that for quite a while.
Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
That's also quite good. 18?
18. As you begin to sort of push and press this ink around, there's almost a resistance for it touching your skin directly, but also a pull for you to accept that ink.
No, I'm very much manipulating it, would be Suri's view of things.
Very good.
One touch, Suri, is all it will take.
Oh, shush. I'm thinking. And that doesn't happen fast. While we wait, maybe you'd like to hear a story, since you think you know me so well. And how much we have in common.
I am fond of stories. You have piqued my interest.
You've spent a very long time alone. I understand.
I am never
I
alone.
too have spent a very long time alone. A very long time. Stranded, surrounded by churning seas and endless time, alone with my thoughts and frustrations and my bitterness and my fear. I swam in that sea 1,000 times. First it was just to catch fish, to feed myself, to to hold off starvation. But after the years had started to tick by, grind by, it was to try to escape. And then, eventually, I'd just swim until I lost consciousness. I let the waves drag me down until I was cradled by the swell, hoping it would take me to a sleep. And every time I awoke on the same shore, just as I'd first arrived, somehow the currents had brought me back. I was trapped. And in the end, I'd swim and sink just to pass the time. Decades is a very long time to be alone for a mortal, especially for those of us who don't sleep. But over time, the bitterness faded, and the fear passed. And the swimming became a ritual. Swim, sink, wake. And eventually, without the noise, hope and fear both vying for my attention no longer, I learned to listen. And I finally heard the sea. But it still wouldn't let me leave. So, I know what it's like to be alone and an outcast, kept there against your will. And he's continuing to sketch out and forming like a rudimentary circle in the ink, and kind of looks up. You don't hear me being a little bitch about it, do you? And he leans back forward and goes back to what he was doing.
Make me, excuse me, make me another wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, that's even better. I'm doing well tonight. 21.
21. As you draw this circle, almost serendipitously, because I also had circle in my notes, a gate, a door without walls rises from the water, and in its centre sits a print about the size of your palm. This map almost begins to grow and forms a path in front of you and now that leads through this gate like a ribbon. The voice sounds out again. Decades. Is that all? Try millennia. Lost, but with a slither of hope. None of you have sought to ask me what it is I aim to achieve. You and your silly little Codex pieces that you think will be your salvation. What makes you think they will not be my salvation? Walk through the door, Suri. Let us see what is next.
He continues, he kind of looks up at the door and then down and continues writing. And it is now writing inside the circle that he's charted out. So, Shrouded Lord, or whatever your name is, Kayak Snaz Pants or something someone said before. The truth is, we don't care. You've threatened what matters to people. Why would they care why you do it? And the other truth is you're a failure. We wouldn't be having this conversation if you hadn't failed before. And you'll fail again. Because we will stop you. And you know this. You fear it. You wouldn't be trying to barter with me and making these deals and threats and games. If you were confident. Now you're scared. Because after an eternity of contemplation, the best you could come up with is, oh, it all has to go. And do you know why? Do you know what the difference between you and I is? That means you will fail.
Do enlighten me.
And with this, Suri stands up, and to any further observer, inside the circle, he'd have written Lex, Jewel, Edgious, Kavan, and Takami. And he'll stand up and look around and step back into the circle and just say, because you're still alone.
I do love the brave ones.
The paper tears, that gate cracks and begins to disappear into this singularity of black and purple lights. And as that singularity even winks out, you see a shadow, humanoid, and above its head a ring of light, but cracked and with these fragments that fly off it. A thin ring of light, the only light in the darkness. Around you, a cityscape, a skyline begins to rise in silhouette. Tall arches, thread-like bridges, and faint figures crossing them without faces. You see a city of light and shadow lift itself from the water.
You think I am alone? You think I want to burn it all, or destroy it all? How you are mistaken. I simply want to be Suri, to exist. Would you deny that to anyone? As for my followers and what they do with the power I give them, that is up to them. As long as it gets me towards where I want to be, I simply do not care. You stand there with your little circle of family. Let's see how much they really mean to you.
A single window in this city burns brighter than the rest. Someone sitting inside, an outline, looks similar to you.
Meet yourself then, Suri. Speak a name. One name. I will open the way. One of your new friends. I promise will walk safely because of you.
I have already met myself. I've grown to know myself. Perhaps you should try the same. I don't choose one. I choose a side. I think for a long time I wondered why the sea would not let me leave. And then I realized it wasn't the ocean. It was the sea, the great sea, that boundless abyss. Tides wash across the aeons, and their currents thread the fates of worlds. It kept me where I needed to be, until it needed me somewhere else. And that's where I'll be.
Very well.
The window draws away as this city zooms out into the distance, and you hear it around you, the trickle of water, dark black water that begins to rise around you, covering your feet, covering your shins, your knees, your hips, your pelvis, all the way up to your chest, your shoulders. And then you feel yourself float as the ground leaves your feet and the water begins to rise above your head. In front of you, down underneath this oceanic-like terrain now, at the surface, lies a chair. And on the chair, a key. You do entertain me, Suri. All these memories of swimming, drowning, surviving. Maybe you will not give me what I want today, but perhaps I can leave you with something. A key now lies where you would sit. It weighs the same as the very map that you once held. As you swim over the key, you see your very reflection looks back at you. The choice is yours. Sit, and I will learn your weight. Stand, and I will fully understand your lacking. Place the key in my hand. I will give you one gift. No strings attached. One gift. Call it sure footing. A steady gaze, maybe. Choose, Suri. Would you take a gift with nothing attached?
Suri is very passively, but intently, almost staring past the key in the chair in their entirety, just staring. It's been a very long time since he's been that far underwater. And why would you do that?
Because I know what it is you really fear, Suri. And in the distance, in the darkness, you see a swathe of tentacles part. A singular orange-yellow eye with a large slit of a pupil and a beak that comes out. You see 5 shadows beneath the beak as it and draws back into the darkness. If you think anything else waits for them on your path, you are, sadly, a fool. Would you watch it happen again?
No. But there is only what I can do to make sure it does not. And if you think to threaten me with the fear that I have been chasing down all of these years, you're even more out of touch and foolish than I thought. I tell you, I've drowned 1,000 times and you drag me down here. You threaten me with the quarry that I seek. Do I fear it? Yes. As I should. It is ancient and powerful. But I will still find it, and I will still do everything in my power to destroy it. What makes you think you're any different?
Because where you see a threat, I offered nothing but a gift. I could show you where it is. I could help you reclaim what you lost. But if you are so determined, then I think we are done here.
The water splashes out, and the map folds around you as it shrinks. As it folds as well, the last thing you see is a tentacle of pure shadow. Lashes out towards you. I'd like you to make me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Well, this is going to end badly. It's not. I'm actually going to park that dice. That's an 18 for a. Oh yes, 18.
Sorry, 18 total.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's not clever, man.
No, that's fine. You made it sound like you were going to add something onto it then, but...
Well, I did. It was just 0.
So what is that? You will take 7 points of psychic damage. You are back on that beach. The map laid before you, the ink now dry. That individual of shadow looks.
It's been a pleasure getting to know you, Suri and Vashtanti.
And I totally fucked your name up then. I had it so perfect and so fucked it up, but there we go.
Very well then. You can tell your little band of buddies that I will see them all very soon.
And with that, you wake. The morning carries on as it did before, you keeping this very much to yourself as Kavan flies off. The final moment then, as we left last episode, as Kavan soars into the sky. A hero now on a separate path to the plane of detective agency, that star-touched crystal, all 4 pieces coming together, and then the 5 shards, or the 5 points, shattering outwards. Each of you has returned to you a piece of the star-touched crystal. And Suri, in front of you, this rainbow-like coloured crystal floats and rotates.
I look around to see who is nearby, eyeing, whilst keeping one eye on this thing. Who's nearby? Because I know Steve knows some people had left to go outside. So who's still in the immediate vicinity?
So this was while everybody was on the beach, saying goodbye to Kavan. Essentially, this is afterwards. So essentially, everyone is.
Okay, right. So I just kind of look around and go, what the fuck is this?
It's okay, Suri. It's fine.
It means you're officially part of the team.
Yes.
It's not a bloody business card, is it?
You may get an influx of emotion when you hold it. It will pass. In essence, you will be able to feel what we are feeling.
It's a series like a fucking likely story, and just reaches out to take it.
Amazing. I would like then, in this moment, as Suri clutches that star-touched crystal, Jewel, what emotions flood through Suri from you? Given what's just happened, everything that's happened the night before, where's Jewel at?
You get probably a slightly dulled set of emotions, just because I think she's a little tired from it all, still a little exhausted, but you would get a flood of the relief that Edgious is back with us. Possibly a touch of awkwardness and not sure how she feels with what she did last night, kissing Lex. And sadness, not too bad actually, about Kavan leaving, simply because he's going somewhere for a very good reason. So sad he's going, but very happy that it's for a good reason. So you get those in a slightly dulled fashion, but yeah, you get them.
You know what's going to happen here, folks. Lex, what emotions flood through Suri at this moment?
I was going to go with like really big sexual tension with Jewel, but I won't. So, I think it's a mixture of relief and defiance at the same time. So I've just had the dream with the Shrouded Lord where I literally flipped him the bird, but then just the sheer relief of we're all together. Edgious is back with us. Although Kavan's gone, I'm just happy we made it out of there alive.
Edgious. What does Suri feel? Oh, you muted, Bodes.
Hour at the fucking Apollo, fucking amateur bullshit out here. Fuck my actual life.
I could read every word of that for a moment as you speak, and I was like, oh, yep.
Just pure determination is all Suri feels from Edgious. I think he's come back knowing that, you know, the faster he gets this done, the faster he can go back to his family. I think the only other twinge that you might feel, Suri, is that there's a level of guilt that Edgious is feeling across the board about currently being torn romantically between two people, you know, being very unsure. He's feeling very much like Kristen Stewart in Twilight right now and just doesn't know whether he wants the sexy, buff, muscular monk or whether he wants, you know, the glittery, dead, ethereal wife, and he just can't quite work it out at this point.
Bodhi, I'm quite uncomfortable as how close that lined up. Screw you very much.
Yeah,
I could have put money
really
on
do hate
loads of references. Twilight would not have been one of them
no.
tonight.
There we go. Suri, the final emotion that floods through you is a feeling of fear, love, and confusion. You get that from Kavan. Instantly, you know it's from Kavan. So here's the kicker, Suri. As one who guards himself so closely.
Tell us how you feel.
What do the others feel from you?
There is what would probably be the most expected for anyone who's met him.
A tingling in the pee-pee.
Yeah.
Erectile dysfunction.
Piles. He really itchy butt. There is a steely resolve, which I think anyone would get the impression is almost like the kind of bedrock. It's not a passing emotion. It's something that's completely chiseled into the fibre of his being. It's just the way that he is or is now. But around that, and probably all of this tinged with a sense of doubt and not doubt, confusion. There is a sense of belonging and peace, but also a kind of wavering fear that he's not accustomed to, because it's very strongly linked to the idea of having something to lose.
Guys, I think he likes us. I'm not sure if you can feel that. It's small. It's deep in there, but I can feel it right in the back.
I knew he wasn't dead inside. I had a feeling.
I honestly thought you had the emotional range of a teaspoon, but fair play, well done.
If you all want to ham it up too much, you can be dead on the outside as well.
So
Well, that was
I've just
short-lived,
discovered
wasn't it?
that D&D Beyond has added something useful for once in the fact that there is now a party inventory.
Yes.
So I have
We can have-
dropped
yeah.
the Star
I'll
Touched
get rolled
crystal into your party inventory now as well, so everybody can see it in there. Hopefully,
Nice.
Because you can have
Which
party
essentially-
items require an attunement and stuff, can't you now?
yeah, exactly. So exactly what I was trying to do anyway with this particular item. But essentially, you all instantly, the attunement extends immediately to you, Suri. It's added to your inventory as well, because I did that first. So you will see that there, all the powers that come with it, and all of the other things that are there for you to do. So, carry on. What are we doing from here on in?
I think following that comment, he would then sit back for a moment and look around and go, not quite the fireside chat that I had envisioned, but I feel like we've probably covered enough.
Oh, we've got a long bit of travel ahead of us. I'm sure, Lex, you're the leader of this caboodle. Where are we going now? We'll chat while we're traveling, Suri. We'll definitely get to know.
And Lex not expecting to be de facto leader. I was a bit caught short. Did you know that cutscene you did at the end with Callum? We don't know about that, do we? Our characters do not know about that.
Nope.
No. Okay. We've got to get the next Codex piece. The elemental seal. I don't know where it is. But then we got to find Callum and steal back what he took from us. He's obviously in like Rosingdom or Thalis or that area. Actually, weren't you in Rosingdom when you accidentally got teleported there instead of where we were?
Oh, yeah! Yeah, you're totally right. There was like this purple cloud above the city. It looked really good. Looked like they were having lots of fun, and that maybe... Well, here's what I would say. Old Edgious would have said, let's avoid that at all costs. New Edgious, though, is going to say, what if we are able to find a Codex piece and somehow lure Callum to us for the Codex piece? Now, I've been working on something, guys. I've been trying to...
Do we not know where the Codex next piece is? I thought... Or is this unknown to us?
We know... I've seen the Swirling Storm, and I know where it is in the sense of I've seen it, but I don't know where on a map I could point to it to go, if that makes sense.
It's not the Swirling Storms that was over Rosendom?
Oh, that's a good point. Let me check. So the Swirling Storm was a storm of all four elements, which is easy to say in my accent. Was the storm? Was the storm? Did you see in Rosendom? Was it an elemental storm? Was it a shadowy, purpley storm like Shrouded Lord's magic is? Was it like a void storm?
It were not a fucking elemental storm, that's for damn sure. It were one of them fucking... It were definitely one of them fucking, like... No, it was definitely some sort of purple magic void storm. Yeah, there was definitely no fire, no ice, no water. There was no, Fire Nation taking over the land.
There was no Avatar. Yeah, Aang was not there.
There was no Aang was not there, as far as I know.
Hey, Takarmi, do you know any bald monks with an arrow on their forehead? By any chance?
That's a great question. The hero we've been needing.
So at this moment, you notice Takami has actually taken herself off along the beach and is just walking.
I'll
Along
be
the
like,
shoreline.
you guys work that out. I'll go and I'll dash over to go and chat to her.
Yeah. So we definitely need to go to Rosingdom, because that's where Callum's going to be. That's where Shadowvane, I always get that wrong, where he's going to be. That's pretty much, I think, final showdown type territory. But I think we need the other Codex piece first.
Okay, so do we want to try one of the elemental planes, or is there another elemental plane that is more of an accumulation of where they all meet? I will get the drawing out of the planes that I did, so that I can look at if that helps us out at all.
Oh, and I've got a book on the planes. Can I check in it to see if there's talk of any storms or anything around elemental planes or the storms that they might create as well?
Absolutely. So I will allow you, if you make these checks individually, I'm going to set the DC at 18.
Okay.
If, however, you aid one or another and somebody rolls with advantage, I'm going to lower that DC to 15.
That one.
Yeah, I will give... what are we rolling?
It will be an investigation check.
Okay, I've got a plus 11.
I'll aid
What have
you then.
got?
Because your investigation is going to be better than mine, mate.
Yeah, it's plus 11.
Yeah. I'll give
Okay.
you both books. I'll give you my book. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to roll investigation. Don't screw me now.
And with reliable talent,
get
you've already
it.
passed, right?
Actually, yeah, that's very
At
true.
advantage.
I didn't even think about that. Anyway. Holy crap. 28. Thank you for the
28.
advantage.
Between the two of you, then, we'll
I
let
didn't do
you
nothing.
feeding dual information as part of the aid to actually decipher all of this information. Jewel, as you look at the diagram of the planes, the elemental planes themselves are actually separated, but what you then begin to read is that at their borders there are collisions, there are storms. What you're looking for, however, is a collision of all 4 elemental planes.
Yes.
Nowhere is that particular phenomenon mentioned.
Fuck.
Which, because you passed so highly, will give you the indication that this is probably one of a kind. A unique occurrence.
Would we
Perhaps
then get an
created.
idea as to what... okay.
Specifically for that reason. Regardless of where you think or how you suspect you could potentially find this, you do get the impression that you are going to need to head to an elemental plane of sorts.
Yeah.
How the hell are we going to create a convergence of all the planes?
I don't think we need to, do we? It is more of... It may well be that it is created artificially by someone else. The only thing is... It would be odd if it is one of the elemental planes. I suppose it might be easier. I was almost wondering whether it would be in the Astral Sea, but I'm guessing that maybe that is not connected to the elemental planes, so perhaps if we go to one of the elemental planes, we'll be able to see a storm that doesn't look right, and we're essentially arriving at the storm from one of 5 different locations, so every elemental plane will lead us to Rome.
Yeah, because what I was thinking is your Astral Sea point might be pretty good, because I think if that's the gateway or the bits in between, right, we might be able to see the overlap between 2 elemental planes, and whether we could encourage the overlap from the astral plane for all 4. What do you think we'd need to do it from inside one of the planes? Because I can take us to any plane we want to go. I just want it to be the right one.
Are you saying that we need to create this, or I kind of would have thought? Are you saying that? Sorry, I assumed that just. I had it in my head that it would just be 1,000 years ago, some great wizard with, you know, a robe on and nothing else, and the weird hat would just be like, "Hey, I'm gonna create this," and oops, that bended poorly.
Yeah,
You know,
I was thinking there was some eternal storm somewhere that we just went and got it from. But I'm thinking, if we've got the abyssal core, which defines what is real and what is physical, we've got the celestial shard, which is the first spark, right? And we've got the mortal keystone, which time, the first moment. Could we use them to create a storm or a link between all of the planes? Could we combine the Stark Touch crystal magic, which opens and closes portals? It's got celestial power. Could we combine all of our magic to try and open a rift between all the planes at once to allow a storm?
That sounds like we might accidentally let the Shrouded Lord in.
I mean, it also sounds like it could blow up the entire universe.
I'm clearly not as well travelled as you, but this map says what the elemental planes will touch upon each other, and they have borders between them, yes?
Yes.
So they form a circle.
Yes.
Or is it a straight line? They don't connect as a circle, right?
I mean, the map I have, they are almost a circle around, other planes. So,
Oh, right. Okay.
that center of that would make sense as to where it is. I am struggling so hard to find this bloody map. Here it is. Found it.
So if it is a circle, but obviously these two are touching each other, but then these two are touching each other, but not all of them are touching each other, which is what we need, don't we? We need all four to touch at the same time, essentially.
Okay, what I'm seeing here, hang on.
Like a Venn diagram.
Let me bring
More
it
of a
up
conga
on-
line than an orgy.
No, I think we need it to be a circle jerk.
Sorry, it's off center, but you can see in the middle you've got the Feywild and the Shadowfell up above and below the material plane, and then you've got air, water, fire, and earth. So with that looking, and they're in a circle around that one, and the ethereal plane is also inside that one.
But what is that around elemental chaos?
Can we potentially find the elemental chaos then?
So if we go to the airplane or the water plane, well, actually, is the elemental chaos all the way around? So do we go to one of those planes and essentially stick out a lightning rod and invite the chaos in, or do we try and get to the elemental chaosy bit in between?
From the look of this, the inner planes, it's therefore the elemental chaos is a plane, so we can head to it, like we have headed to the ethereal plane and the astral sea. The astral sea is the plane between all the other planes. The elemental chaos is the plane between the main elemental planes.
With the roll we did, Matt, which was brilliant, so I think we should have the answer to this question.
Because our characters are smarter than us.
Would that be the case? Is the elemental chaos just some shit going mad around the planes, or is it like the astral sea, which is the bit in between all the elemental planes? Is elemental chaos just part of the inner plane?
It's more towards the latter. So yes, it surrounds all of the elemental planes, but you've almost got to look like this, of layers of an onion, if you want to go for the Shrek reference even. So you've got the material plane at the centre, and then the Feywild and the Shadowfell sort of surrounding it, the ethereal plane. The astral plane is the bit sort of in between them, and between all of the planes, but actually between the elemental planes themselves that wrap around the rest of those inner planes. Outside of that is essentially the elemental chaos, where these bleed out into then towards the outer planes and the upper planes, the lower planes, and things like that. That make sense?
So I could technically use my plane shift spell to take us to elemental chaos.
No,
Right.
because it is not a fixed plane as such. It is, by definition, chaos.
As a person who used to be sorry, Steve, chaos, wild magic, chaos magic, I have chaos magic inside me. Is it something I could try and tap into? Or if we went to the airplane, for example, could I track elemental chaos?
With your
The airplanes have been invented.
With my divining rods,
You can absolutely try.
So Suri would sit kind of forward on his knees. And, I know I have not travelled with you for long, but I feel that if there is one strength that is very clear amongst us, if we could get to one of the elemental planes, we can bring our own chaos.
It's certainly closer than we are right now. I'm just going to put it out there because I agree. I believe it is in the elemental chaos. I'm going to be devil's advocate right now. It's not going to be in the center of all of these planes, which is the material plane. I'm just going to confirm we all agree and wish to try getting to the elemental chaos from one of the elemental planes. Yes?
Yes.
I just have to say, above table to the rest of us, I was just thinking what Dave said of like, the only place that all the elements technically converge is actually on the material plane. Because even in elemental chaos, you would hope that you would get a blend, but you might not get a blend. The material plane is truly the only place where you're going to have fire, earth, water, and air. Just a thought.
But we're looking for a storm.
Yeah,
I think
a
is
storm of all that, so.
Swirling storm
I
of all
completely
four elements. Yeah.
I would say almost you could take the wider cosmology. The material plane is almost like the order of the elements, and then the flip side of that would be the elemental chaos, which is the chaos, the disorder.
Just remind me, which one are we looking for? Which
elemental seal.
Yeah, then it's there. Yeah.
So actually, I think you might be onto something there. Pretend what Bodhi said, Lex has just said, because that'd be great. And then, thinking about it, right? If we do need to create it here, do we want to do that if the Shrouded Lord is here? Do we want to go to the ethereal plane and do it there instead? Because it's kind of material plane adjacent, close enough that it's not one of the other elemental planes, but it's far enough away from the Shrouded Lord who might not notice us doing it. Because if we create a fucking great storm in the sky, is he just going to swoop in and steal it?
Again, if I could just confirm, are we intending on creating this storm ourselves, or finding it by going to one of the elemental planes, going to the elemental chaos, finding a storm that has been generated?
Well, based on what the book said, I think there is almost like how clouds clash and create thunder. The elemental planes might collide and create a storm individually, but we need a swirling storm of all of them. So maybe we might need to create that ourselves. But I'm thinking if I could open not so much a portal, but try and weaken the veil so much that we allow the elemental chaos to come in. And we could try it right here. There's no one else here. So it won't hurt anybody.
Just as a suggestion, creating a large storm of elemental chaos feels like something we'd want to make sure we were very far from any civilization to do. We may be. I don't know where we are.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anybody, but that doesn't mean just over those trees there isn't a whole village.
Matt, would you say Takami and I have returned to the group?
Let's...
Sorry, I've just had an idea.
Go on.
Go on, Steve.
So at that, Suri would kind of look into the middle distance for a minute, which anyone who's been paying attention is what happens when he's having an idea.
Not just trying to fart.
Just stand up and say, "Give me a moment," and turns around and just walks straight into the sea, like literally just straight into it. And then if you want to let Edgious do what Edgious was going to do, and then come back to that.
Perfect. Edgious, you sort of hurry along the beach, which is kind of easy for you with your skeletal-like feet, because it's almost like having snowshoes on snow. You just over the top of it.
Yeah.
You've not got to worry about the weight of your foot and then trying to pull it out and those sorts of things. But essentially, you catch up with Takami, who is just almost looking up at the sky as she wanders along the beach.
I would stop next to her and be like, please tell me you see a glimmer of hope up there, because it feels like we're all needing one.
I'm not sure I've got a lot of hope left after all of that.
Yeah. Sorry for dying on you. But you know, I have stuff to finish. And you know, we need to just pull this over the line, I guess, is what it comes down to. But are you like burnt out, or just tired, or what are you feeling?
What did you see when you died?
When? You know, the past, the present, the future. Not exactly the future, but like a glimmer of what the future could be. Things that I love, things that I hate. It was kind of a mixture of a lot of stuff. It was pretty quick. It felt like quick on my time.
Maybe either a persuasion or a deception check with that one. I'm leaning more towards deception, but technically there were no lies in that. It was just a loose version of the truth.
Yeah, that's fair. 19.
Yeah. So a lot, then.
Yeah, it was chaotic, but you know, what it did affirm for me is that, you know, I'm where I'm meant to be, and I'll take her hand and kind of then turn and look up to the cosmic dust of the sky above us. I assume it's night. Or is it morning? It's morning,
No,
right?
it's morning.
Morning. As the sun rises and it's, you know, the pink, beautiful hues and oranges and all that good stuff, and I'll just be like, it just affirmed that I need to finish this, and I'm glad that you're here by my side to help me do that.
You'd say finish this. What happens afterwards, Edgious? What then?
Look, I think the person I was before yesterday would have told you that it's all going to be fine, and we're going to be okay, and everyone's going to be okay, and Lex is going to be fine, and Jules going to be cool, and Suri's going to, you know, not be weird. And I would have tried to put those things out there, but I think honestly, we've got no guarantee that Suri's going to be any less weird tomorrow. You know, I really am not sure that Lex, Jewel, or I are going to survive any of this. I mean, shit. I'm already dead and I just died again. I didn't even know that I could die a second time after already, you know, being a skeleton in that sense. You know, so what happens after that? I don't want to make any promises. I don't know. I don't know if I will be here. I don't know if you will be here. But all I know is that if we are, I'll be thankful that you're still here and that I can be with you. And nothing about me dying changes what I said to you yesterday. You know, before the demon pit, you know.
I just get the feeling we're all barreling towards something we can't all come back from.
Can I ask you a serious question?
That would be refreshing, actually.
Is it worth it? Am I like, I know you originally were just helping us because of the Kumaryu stuff, but like at this point, you know, I know there's responsibility to the world and shit, but like, am I worth this? Am I worth you risking it all? You know, I mean, look at Kavan. Kavan's my best friend, and he's going to take care of business. I guess all I'm saying is, you know, we can minimize that risk of you getting through this, you know, and we can make that a reality quite easily. But, you know, yeah, I couldn't promise that at the end of it all that I will be there, but I can promise that up until my end that I will, you know, care about you and want the best for you, I guess.
She looks back up into the sky and sort of just takes this deep, shuddering breath. And her shoulders sort of sink a little. It was never me I was worried about. But I get the point now. She looks over into the distance towards the sunrise, which is the route that sort of Kavan flew away. I understand what it means now. So I'm with you.
You understand what means. You're now speaking in Edgious riddles.
Yeah, it's confusing, I guess, but I understand what it means to love. And she'll look up at you into your eyes this time. So I'm with you until the end.
Okay. Justice, love, peace, skill. Let's do this. And thank you. And I love you too, I guess. And I just want you to know that that you're kind of like awesome and stuff, and I feel like I'm getting lamer by the day with all these feelings that I'm feeling, and everyone's making me talk about my fucking feelings and shit, and I feel like I'm just getting fucking lamer and lamer by the second, and you're somehow getting cooler because, like, I don't know, your hair's like pinker than ever, and like, you got more arms and shit. I don't know, you're just cool and shit, and thanks for staying. I needed it.
Just do me one favor.
I'll try.
Stop seeing your humanity as a weakness.
Shut up. And Edgious is gonna just walk faster and just start heading back towards the group. And just uncomfortable and just standard him.
She'll smile and look up into the sky, and She closes her eyes, and in her mind's eye, she sees a great amethyst great worm just flying through the sky. She breathes, centers herself, and turns back to the group as you approach now, and you see Suri just wander off into the water.
Lex,
Where the
it's
fuck
supposed to be following him?
I don't think we were
Where
to be
the
following
fuck is
him.
what?
No, but why do I feel like he's perfectly calm doing this? What is wrong with
Well, he
him?
could breathe underwater when we was in the last place,
Yo,
right?
you're not gonna say goodbye?
Okay, Edgious, we need to find a storm. And then catch you up.
Ooh.
And I've had another revelation actually when I read the book, which gives me the clues. It does say a swirling storm
The
of all
book
four
that gives you
elements.
the clues?
The-
Wait,
the-
where has this book been for the last 100 fucking
It's the book we've been
episodes?
using this whole time to
It's the
find
book.
the fucking
It's the book
things.
of Signal, and it's the chapter called Mat Chat.
I do have this written down in my notes, but it was the swirling storm with the four elements. The next part of the sentence is quite important actually, and it says at the center is a great being, and the top of platform is some braces that flicker between all the four elements. Does that change our
Okay.
plan? Do we still need to create a storm, and will this great being appear, or do we need to find a great being who can control all four elements to create the storm for us?
Okay, two thoughts. First of all, if we're gonna make the storm, I think we've got that on lock. We've got a bunch of magic here. I think we can pull that off. And maybe, we haven't had to travel to other planes to find all the other ones. Like with the Abyssal Core, we just went down. With
Yep.
the jungle one, we went just to the jungle and then through a
Oh, we
portal
did have to go to the
place.
Beast Realm for the Celestial Shard, to be fair.
Yes, but it was only like once we'd gotten through to. So I think we need to go somewhere here on this plane and then open up that fucking storm. But I think the bigger thing is we need to make sure that we can close the storm or stop it afterwards. And then the
Yeah, that's a good
second thing I was going to say was I think we should lure Callum there.
And lob him into the storm.
But what about if he
Why?
takes it
Do
and
you know-
runs?
I like it. Well, my thought is this. I think we contact him and we make a fake deal. We say, look, you need this, we need this. Even though we're enemies, our motives align. Come help us get it. And you give us the one you took from us, and we'll give you the elemental one.
I think
Obviously,
Or
we murder
we
him. Obviously,
well,
we murder
yes,
him.
but why don't we say winner takes all?
Ooh.
I think his hubris could fall for that, but I also think he would believe, after everything Edgious has gone through. Actually, what I'm thinking is, somebody needs to play double agent. Who would he believe is most likely to betray the rest of us?
Every single one of us.
No, but I mean, like, he's not going to believe I would betray you guys, is he? He's not going to believe that.
Okay.
I mean, Lex.
Let's play this out. Is it Edgious? I would say you, apart from the fact that you hate Klein so much that
I
it
was
can't
leaning
be
towards
true.
Edgious because we could play on the fact he's just died, his priorities have changed, but then the Klein thing, yeah.
The Klein thing. Suri, maybe.
Suri is the newest to the group, is probably the most likely person, but then he is shit at lying.
How about we? Either I'm working for the Serpent's Cloak, or I am. I don't know. I'm just not happy with what's going on. Maybe he had a point.
Your moral compass is so strong, Jewel, that even now in this moment,
I'm
in trying
really
to come up with a
struggling to
plan,
find a way.
you're really, really struggling.
Or-
It's
or-
not your direction at
I mean,
all.
Thinking about it, could it actually be me? I could say that it's disturbing the balance so much that actually best way to restore balance is to get the Shrouded Lord to take control, and I can pretend that I'm willing to save Mechanus or my mom and my brother in order to trade the Codex pieces, maybe.
I don't mind that.
But
I
I'm
don't
good
hate
at persuading people. I'm not that good at lying, which tells you about my character sheet stats on persuasion versus deception.
I kind of feel similarly, but here's what I would say. The other thing that I think we could pull off, whether it's an individual that's luring them there and we have double agent, or as a group we try and lure them there, I think we just need to sell them on the fact that whoever one of us or all of us have decided that the best path forward is either collaboration or, something like that. It has to be something along the lines of, and the reason we've come to this revelation, well, I mean, hey, sometimes you're on a hill that's just too steep to keep climbing unless you got some gear, and that gear comes from shrouded people who give you magic.
Unless we all go as a group and we say, like you said, we've all been visited in our dreams. Your death has made us realize we actually have more to lose than we're willing to lose. And we want to come to a compromise where we can save everybody we love in exchange for the Codex pieces.
I love that. That at the end of the world, we survive, and all of our loved ones do as well. When really, Callum appears, and we instantly shank him in the kneecap, and then we just start going ham. Like, dude,
guys,
I'm ready.
why could we not have made this plan last night so that when we had a dream we would have been able to tell the Shrouded Lord all of this? Oh yes, please, we want to help.
Because
you.
we're really good at hindsight plans. That's why.
Well, I mean, as is the nature of the beast, Matt, you're muted.
I was just about to say, I introduce. That's what. I interject because yes, you watch as Suri does disappear off below the water, and you do get the "I will do it now" with the bubbles. Suri, what are you doing in this moment while they're having a discussion, ignoring you, just going what?
Well, we don't feel the panic from him, so therefore we're letting him do his own random, very weird shit.
He probably just needs a poo.
Yeah, a sea poo.
Yeah, the fish poo. It just like, and then it just walks back out again.
So, Siri walks out, I don't know, probably 100 feet or so, fairly deep, and stops, I would like to summon our Buffnot. In octopus form.
What now?
Yes, well, I'm sorry about that. My friends clearly decided to take extreme action. But I thought you'd appreciate a little time in the water. Open sea.
It's alright. Better than having me fucking head squished. Prick.
Except kind of like pinches the bridge of his. I'm really trying to be a better person, above not. And that doesn't have to include you if you're going to be a dick. I'm sorry.
Maybe I started this one a little bit wrong. I forgive you.
How about you have a little bit of a swim around? Take 10 minutes. I ask one thing. Bring me a fish. Alive.
Can I eat one first?
Yes, as long as you bring me one alive, otherwise your future will probably involve the word tempura.
Okay. Streaks off into the
Have you
water.
met my friend Teppanyaki?
Salt and pepper squid coming right up.
As he does that, I would like to start ritual casting Speak with Animals.
Nice.
Our ideas
Brilliant.
are that bad, you're going to ask a fucking fish. Brilliant.
What we've done is from interplay roleplay to D&D. Danny. Amazing. So Arbuthnot disappears off for a while, and then sort of comes streaking back with something just clutched in his tentacles. Steve, what fish does he bring back?
Unfortunately, Steve doesn't know an awful lot about fishing, other than it involves sitting around in the cold, not doing a lot. So, I don't know. Do you get bass in the sea? Oh, yes, of course you do.
There we go.
bass.
Sea bass.
Fucking hell, Steve.
Quietly confident around that. Because I was thinking red snapper, and I was like, they're massive.
Comes back with a twitching swordfish. Like, what the fuck?
Dude,
So
also,
bring
when did
the
Suri
sea bass
become
back to-
Aquaman as well. That's my fucking a twist I was not expecting.
So there we go. Yeah, drags this struggling sea bass back, and then you just hear, "Oh, got a fish. There you go."
Okay, so Suri would reach out and grab the sea bass.
Get off!
Good work.
Get off! Fuck! Get off!
I'll let you go in a minute, but I need some information.
Get off!
I need to put my finger in its mouth.
Oh!
Now listen here, Sonny.
Oh, I see where this is going, you dirty bastard.
You can swim on.
Be like, this has got something else similarly sized.
You can. You can. I'm going to take my finger out of my mouth, in your mouth in a moment, and mine. And
What the fuck is happening?
I'm so glad we're not there.
I want you to answer a question. To the best of your ability, describe where we are in the world and whether you ever see ships or people like me floating on the surface. Oh, yes, sorry.
What first?
Where are we?
Make me a persuasion check, please.
Or intimidation.
Or an intimidation check, yeah.
I'm going to use a lucky on that. Okay. That is... Hang on, wait. They're both absolutely fucking terrible. So that's a 13.
13. And you said where we are first, yeah?
Yeah, to the best of its ability, describe kind of roughly where we are in the world.
In the sea.
Okay, I feared this might be the case. Second question was, do you see many people like me, many beings like me? Do you see big ships floating around on the surface carrying people, maybe dragging up your friends in nets? Or is it quiet?
Don't see many of you, but there's a lot of fish, tritons down below the sea.
Right. I fear I may have been wasting my time. You may go. And I just sort of let go of it and just pushed away.
You just hear this, yeah, be the big person. And just disappears off into the distance. Arbuthnot's just
I'm
there.
so glad I eat sea bass now, because they are fucking annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he might be called Jim. Arbuthnot.
Oh, what?
You can either mince around out here for a while on your own and then do whatever it is when I'm not thinking about you being here, or hop on a shoulder and go for a walk. I'll give you the choice.
Bone. You were asking about ships.
Yes.
tentacle just points. And you can see the underside of a ship, probably around 200 feet away.
Well, that fucks that plan then. Thank you.
We should create a storm.
Have your fill.
Say that again, sorry, Steve.
Have your fill. I'm sure I'll be seeing you again soon. And then just turn around and walk back out of the sea.
Free!
Yeah, so just
Suri comes
walk
walking
up out of the sea, up the beach.
Successful drowning,
Well,
was it?
I'm yet to have one of those.
Oh,
I don't think we should be trying to summon.
I felt the melancholy coming off you then with our emotional link. I was like, oh.
Bummer.
I don't think we should be summoning any elemental storms here. There's a ship down the coast. We're probably not far from civilization.
Ah, God. Okay.
Okay, so I'm sorry. General consensus: are we doing it on this plane? Going to another one? Going to one of the elemental planes and trying to find a connection? Or going, Lex? You say that you don't think we can get to the elemental chaos just by bamfing there?
No, I'm thinking we need to try when we go to a different plane. I think we need to try and land right on the cusp between two, where there might be a storm, and then try and encourage it to get worse or add more elements to it. Actually, could we create the storm ourselves? So if there's like a storm on the airplane, could Suri add water to it? Could Edgious add fire to it? And could
I can create.
somebody add?
I can create storms.
I was
Bring the
trying
elements and we
to
have a
work
storm.
out where the fuck we were going to get a 747 in Ardalia. Fucking hell.
Where in the... Yeah, it's a good question. I feel like we either need to go to Rosingdom and try and go through the storm that's going on there, go somewhere else and make a storm, or we need to go to the elemental plane, like you said, and try and find the correct storm.
Yeah.
Feels like it's one of those three.
Because I'm thinking
Go on, Matt. I'll throw this out there. The storm in Rosingdom that I saw had all the purple shit going on. Was there any sort of cracks to any other? Like, did I see obviously there was probably lots of air because it was stormy. There was probably war because it was raining. The one thing I wonder is earth is the one, and fire seem to be missing from the equation. Though lightning technically is fire, in a very loose term.
It's just
Thoughts?
I heard it, Steve. Don't worry. I will ask you to make me either a DC 20 history check or a DC 25 Arcana check.
History. Woo! Fuck my ass! It's 19 for both of them. It doesn't matter either way.
19. Okay. So you think back to Rosendom when you were sort of scrabbling around, and yes, there was a storm, as in a proper tempest storm, rain, lightning, and everything, but actually above Rosendom, it was just these purple, violet tears.
Cracks.
And purple lightning, and those cracks that came out. So
cool. So Rosendum's... Okay, I'll relay that to the group, and I'll be like, I think Rosendum's off the list. I think it's either we try and make a storm or we try and find a storm.
And if there is a great being at the center of this storm, right? I'm just thinking, with the Star Touch Crystal, we can communicate telepathically with elementals. With it, but they have to be within 100 feet of us. So we could if we create the storm or find an elemental being, we could talk to the great being at the center of a storm. Because I think if a storm's swirling, we're not going to be able to talk with Operases.
Okay. Unpopular opinion, because I don't know where we are. Can we try and find our way back to the tower with the wizards, the Crystalline Isle? And we look in the library, find out where the hell we're meant to be going, and get them to catapult us to the right place.
Or is that going to be the place to create the storm? Because that's where all of the sort of ley lines converge, and it's the most powerful place.
Also, there may be some wizards who can help us just, bamf us to, well, as you say, to literally help us create that storm. I'm not offended with, but from what you just said, we may well need to get to the creature at this area. So maybe it is a physical location we need to get to, because otherwise, if we create the storm, this elemental beast won't arrive.
I'm quite willing to try and combine the power of the Codex pieces again, whilst using my power to open portals and plane shift to either invite it into this world or take us to a elemental storm or the elemental chaos. So mechanically, Matt, I've got a 7th level plane shift. The Star Touch crystals allows us to open portals and commune with elementals, and the Codex pieces kind of want to be together. If I was to combine all of that, could I fathom or forge a path to going to the elemental chaos, or bringing it to where we are, or wherever we're going to be, or just open a portal to it?
Again, you can certainly try.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, are we thinking about this the wrong way round?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure there is a door behind us we need to open and walk through.
We are looking for a storm with a being at center.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't need to find the storm or summon it. Maybe we need to find or summon the creature. What being would be surrounded by elemental power? That's not a rhetorical question. I don't like books.
That's a good point, actually. It might be easier. There'd be more information on the being, wouldn't it, than there would the storm.
Matt, is there any songs that Edgious as a bard would have learned through his travels that reference a great storm or a being hidden within a storm or anything like that Edgious could pull from the annals of his mind?
I will allow you to make me a history check, and because you've called to your bardic history, I will allow you to do this with advantage.
Ooh.
I've also got an idea.
Oh, bloody hell, that's a 23.
23. There's various songs which talk of the elements, and you actually know a song that originated out of Nihilin, funnily enough, where 4 elemental lords were defeated throughout a whole series of adventures that led towards the crowning of a king.
Total twat he was.
However, you think back and there's one song that's... it's not anything particularly accurate or conclusive, but there's loose affiliations to something known as the World Terror.
Damn.
Amidst a storm of fire and water and tempest. The World Terror.
We know someone's dad who is really good at tearing holes in the fabric of reality.
Oh no.
Possibly?
Callum's dad was a wayfinder, wasn't he? Or whatever it is. No, Horizon Walker. He knows where the gaps are to get to other planes. He can't open them.
But is that not exactly what we want or need?
But if we don't need to know where the gaps are, we can create them ourselves with our own powers.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the general consensus that we're getting to. That we need to. We're going to try and
Well,
create this storm.
Actually, finding the being, I think Suri is onto something, right? We're finding the being at the center of the storm, because...
Can anyone scry, by the way?
Well, I think we can, with the Star Touch Crystal, right? So, once a week, we can do stellar navigation. The attuned individuals can use the crystal to locate, amongst other things, a celestial body they have seen before and ascertain the most direct route to travel there, whether it be conventional or magical means. I've seen it in a vision. I've seen this magical being.
Perfect.
So technically, is that a loophole where I can use the Star Touch Crystal to navigate to him or the storm?
Yes.
Cool.
I mean,
I was also asking for another reason. Can anyone scry?
Edgious will
No.
sheepishly raise a hand and go, actually, I've been working on something when you guys have been sleeping. I've been trying to scry and learn how to be able to do it off of that scroll that we had a long time ago. And I was actually going to say, if we wanted to bait Callum in, either for him to come and help us get this crystal, or for us to just bait him anywhere, I could scry to him and kind of like make myself the scrying node visible and communicate with him in that kind of way. So yes, I can scry is the answer.
Can we find out where Mayanora is?
Ooh, well, yes.
Because
Yes.
she may well be still under the influence of certain individuals, and maybe at least we need to know where for future ideas.
Wait, she's dead though, isn't she?
How would that help us
She's
find the
been-
elemental seal?
I'm
confused.
sorry, I have entirely run off track. However, I did think that it is worth knowing where she is, because when we then have the seal, there is a good chance that where she is, other people are, and we need to go there.
Yep. Okay.
I'm just getting a lot of unfinished business vibes from Edgious and Jewel at the moment.
So the train of thought did follow from we need to find somewhere to go. Then it was who do we need to look for. So apologies. No, I am 100% on board. We need to go and get this elemental seal.
Am I stretching the abilities of the Star Touch Crystal, or would this being not count as a celestial body? Matt?
Well,
I think being totally candid, there's a lot of questions of is this going to work?
I'll try. Fuck
and
it.
see what happens.
I'll try and use the Star Touch Crystal, because I've seen him in a vision. I technically think I can navigate to where he is, or the storm is.
Okay,
There's
so you're going to
one
try and
other-
communicate. Go on, Suri.
No,
one other thing that's worth mentioning. If you'd asked me this yesterday, we'd be able to do it. If it can wait until tomorrow, I can scry.
Ooh,
Okay, then Lex,
so-
you need to try it now,
Yeah.
and then we have other plans clearly in the future tomorrow. But
Yeah. I'll try that now, and then I can help you scribe probably by describing my vision, or we can use our emotional connection where you could like tap into my vision to then scry on the person we see in the vision, if that makes sense.
Please don't call it that. But yes.
Yes. Okay. So I will try and use the stellar navigation feat of the Star Touch Crystal to locate the direct route to hopefully this being at the center of the storm.
Excellent. That requires all of these, the attuned individuals. So it's going to require all of you, or at least the majority of you, I should say.
Yep.
Excellent. We're going to take a short break then, and we're going to come back to this, because I want to know, I'm going to give you that break to think about, as part of this, how does your character form part of this ritual, if you like, to do the stellar navigation? I know you can do it, but I want to know what each character offers.
That's a good shout,
and
because
then we're
I'm
gonna
the
go
only
from
one
there.
who's seen it.
okay, yeah, Fair.
technically, haven't I?
Cool.
So there we go. So we will take a short break, and we will be back to figure out what happens with our stellar navigation. Hey-o!
Hello.
Yo, yo.
We
Just in
are
time.
back. Thank you for the raid. Good to see you all. We very much miss having Josh on screen playing Daggerheart, but we are deep in Campaign 2, trying to figure out our way of a conundrum right now. We have places to go, people to see, things to collect, not a fucking clue where we are, but we're going to try and figure some shit out.
We're going to stop overthinking
now
it. I'm just
knowing...
going to try random shit.
Exactly. Sorry, I did drop that small comment. There's a little bit of overthinking going on in the party right now, and we probably need to just try some stuff.
Matt, where are we?
But if you'd like to make me a survival check, you can potentially figure that out.
Do you know what? I would be delighted. I would absolutely be delighted.
And
I do have a 5th level spell called Sat Nav. Will that help?
Mine's called Thomas
I've
Thomas.
just
It's an older version.
I've just checked my survival skill as well, and that's embarrassing.
Yes, mine's embarrassing. However, the roll wasn't, so it's a 17. I'll take that.
17. You look up into the sky and sort of look at the position of the sun and what's around you and the time of day, and you feel the heat around you. You get an impression you are in the warmer parts of Enoweth right now, probably
towards the
closer
equator.
to the southern coasts or potentially on the islands below that.
Cool. So I
Huzzah.
would bring up my map when I can find it. There it is.
That's the Oblivion Islands, Danny.
Fuck! Wrong one.
That's
That's the
that-
world map.
We're somewhere behind Danny's head.
So
There we go.
Helenthor Island,
Is a potential.
Dragon's
Or the-
Maw, potentially,
Is a potential.
and also the whatever that is, the Savage Rift.
Savage
Isles.
Rift. Savage
Savage
Rift.
Rift Isle is also a potential. As is any of
Can
the
I-
southern coastline of Enoweth right now. Go on.
Can I don't know, probably roll, to find out whether I've ever been here, because in my earlier years...
Fuck me, I picnicked
travel
on this
quite a bit
beach.
by sea down and around here.
Turns out we're at a bottle.
Dave,
my
we've
God.
suddenly had a background change as well. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I haven't changed that view.
Suri, make me a history check. Why not?
I should have tried harder at school. Well, negative modifier on that, so that's an 11.
11. If you can give me a compelling enough reason for why you may have visited, I will lower the DC. I say that, and 11's still not going to cut it. So just to let you know that mechanic will also work. If you give me a compelling enough reason, I will absolutely lower DCs. But right now with an 11, you look around. Not really a clue right now.
Let's try Lex's stupid idea then.
Go for it, Lex.
Fuck sensible navigation. Let's not do something sensible. Let's.
Leroy Jenkins just through the plane.
So, we've got the crystal. I've got the vision, but I think if
secret.
Got the secret.
if everybody touches the
I was gonna
Codex
go, I've got the
pieces,
remedy.
look, there's me trying to take us to a serious place, and you guys fucked it. We know it's bad, but I'm the serious one.
You can tell Dave and I have been friends for far too fucking long. There we go.
So if we,
Carry on.
I'm thinking if we all touch the Codex pieces, we'll all have the same vision
Touch tips.
of the storm. Yep. If we space dock, we'll all have the same vision, and then we can all then focus on the being that we've seen to do the stellar navigation thing.
I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this in magic, because you know me, I don't really know how it all works, but I am good at seeing things. So whether I can translate that into any assistance with you to try and decipher from what is real, what is not, what is true, what is there, and in some way I don't know. Are we doing some sort of meditation to do this? Any ritual spell? So can I provide that?
Jules, your contribution is good eyesight. I'm just clarifying for the group so we can all not
20/20 vision is what he's clarifying. It says the man wearing glasses. The man wearing glasses is contributing eyesight. Yes.
Sorry, I've just so thoroughly sabotaged myself that I need to share this around. I thought the reason that Jewel was going to give for not being able to do that, following Danny saying space docking, was the reason she's a woman.
So,
sorry.
Also,
because it's a star touch crystal ability, you don't need to worry about magic. It's just something we can do, and we can, I suppose, emotionally connect to.
Then I think it was what abilities can we bring forward? Well, mine is perception. So I can hopefully, but that especially also in that ability to know what is real and what is fake, which is, also what you can do with your eyes, Edgious.
It's
Yeah, and
your
I
sensory,
mean, fourth walling
sensory
this.
perception.
If you're going to do a vision, then perception within that vision is very valid.
Yeah,
That's
and
why I'm trying to bring that, because I can't bring much else.
I'm channeling my connection to chaos.
Nice.
I am going to go with the fact that we are trying to find a storm, so I would like to use the Wrath of the Sea ability, so that we have a swirling kind of squall around us.
Edgious brings
As we
the
do this.
lightning rod.
You are the storm. Okay.
Dave, you're not actually that far off, dude. You're actually within the realm that I was gonna fucking go, which is just
Fucking Ben Franklin and the kite.
Edgious literally
Some of us are in
doesn't
full
have
armor.
much. Yeah. Here, ground yourself. Make sure your feet are very. Someone ground him. I don't know how that works.
Stevie grounded.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah.
What's up?
No
Squat
leaving the
and
house
teabag.
for you. Yeah. I would like to, contribute basically, essentially, the elements, because we're looking for here this person that is hidden within an elemental storm. So I'm contributing the magical lightning that I provide, the magical fire that I have, the molding the earth, the gust. I literally have the ability of all the elements, so I'm gonna just avatar this shit and just.
And
Shit, can I,
And at the
can
very
I
least,
rest
if
on
none
my
of this
idea based on
works-
that?
if none of this works, you'll have at least have seen them, Suri, for when you want to try Scry tomorrow.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Siri,
Yes.
you wanted to wreck on something. Yeah, you're having this discussion
well,
around what you could potentially offer anyway
so-
as a group, so.
Based on what Edgious has just said, and we're talking about potentially trying to focus this, maybe, and this is genuine happenstance because I only prepared this spell prior to this session after the last long rest, if Suri were to offer himself as almost like a locus for this, and use absorb elements.
Ooh.
So you're the lightning rod.
You are the lightning rod. Nice. No, that is cool. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I'll bounce it off Suri's metal chest. His rippling metal pectorals. Why do you have nipples on your armor, Suri, is what I'm just trying to work out. It's like the Batman suit.
Circa 1990, whatever. Isn't it?
That's in glass.
Let's not diss Batman Forever.
I didn't diss it, I just said it had nipples.
Those nipples were a core part of the film.
Yeah.
As a nipple connoisseur, I appreciated the nipple.
Yes, some of my favourite things have nipples.
Yeah. Like
Two of them.
cows and Staffordshire Bull Terriers? I don't know.
Cats? The fuck?
Yeah.
I'm a cat, Greg. Can you milk me? Yeah, sorry, I have nipples, Greg.
Bottles
Yeah.
the babies drink milk out of. They're great.
Boom.
Careful.
Right.
Hey,
I'm
we
doing
don't,
it.
we
I'm
don't
doing
judge
it.
people on their preferred drink receptacle. If Steve wants to drink out of one of those,
If you want a rum and coke out of that is absolutely fine with
Next
you.
time, I'm going to be on straight gin out of a sippy cup.
There we go.
A Tommy Tippy of
love
gin.
it.
Yeah.
To be fair, it
Fuck
worked on the
me.
water
Reel
as
it
well,
back.
so, yeah.
Reel it back. Come on, boys. Fucking hell.
What am I rolling, Matt? What am I rolling? What are we all rolling?
Well, I'm actually...
Yes.
What are we rolling, GM?
We held it together really well for the first half of this. I just want to be clear.
We really did, and it's just fucking... The chaos has just built up to a point. So,
We're in the right place.
Edgious, I want a spellcasting ability roll, please. Now, depending on your score, is going to move a... If you want to call it a counter or similar, is going to move it up or down a scale. The further up you go, the more chances of success you have. Precisely this. So, spellcasting ability check from Edgious, please.
Nat 20, baby. Oh!
Nat 20. I will
Pow!
count that as
Pow!
2 points on the scale.
We love to see it.
Starting to regret offering myself as a locus for this, but
Welcome to the show,
There is-
Suri.
There's a
Detonate.
moment then, is using the star-touched crystal as it sort of forms between you all, and you notice the fifth point of the star almost forms out of spectral arcane energy, symbolizing that Kavan is still with you in that emotional context and within that sort of... He's with you in spirit, if you want to go down that route. Edgious, you begin channeling lightning, fire, air, water, all of the elements through this. As Suri, you just then begin to absorb them. I am going to ask you to make me... what's your spellcasting modifier? Or, sorry, what's your spellcasting ability? Just the...
wisdom,
I
and
think
it's
it...
+3.
Make me a wisdom
Modifier
saving
is
throw.
+3. Wisdom saving throw. Okay. If I've remembered the new rules for lucky, I have to decide before I roll, which I don't think I did last
do
time, so
indeed.
apologies to all of the purists out there,
It's
but
fine.
I am going to do that this time. I'm going to use a point of luck. What is that? Hang on. Well, one of them's awful. The other one's less awful. Okay. That is a 19.
Oh, okay.
19. Lex.
That's good. We like that.
Describe to me how you are using the chaos within.
So, channeling. So I'm thinking of the vision that I had of this great being amongst a chaotic storm, and I'm thinking that's elemental chaos. So channeling the elements, I'm just going to try and just put away all logical thinking and just go on pure emotion and heart here, because that's my chaos side. And I'm just going to try and, because I usually keep it suppressed, just let out my chaotic magic and try and channel it through the Star Touch Crystal.
Amazing. Whatever the result of this, you are going to have to roll on the Wild Magic Surge table
Deal.
post.
That's always fun.
Soul.
I would now like you to make me a charisma... In fact, we'll make this a spellcasting ability check, because I believe charisma is your spellcasting ability modifier. Your spellcasting ability.
It
anyway,
is.
So, yeah. Make me a spell
Don't
check.
be shit.
Spellcasting check.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Ooh.
Dirty 20. Amazing stuff, then. This energy begins to flow through the Star Touch crystal. Lex, are you bringing out the Codex pieces as well, or are you just using Stellar Navigation, or are you aiming
Well, I had to
use
bring
that
out the Codex
alongside?
pieces. Yeah, for everybody to touch them and have the same vision as me, I had to bring them out. So yeah.
Perfect. So as you all begin to interact with the Star Touch crystal at the same time as sort of undergoing this vision, Jewel, you begin to see this swirling storm of unbridled chaos. You thought you'd seen chaos before, but it is nothing like this. Pure elemental chaos. I would like you to make me a perception check, please.
Okay. Can I use my Eye of
talent.
Clarity because I am trying to look for those illusions, the disguised creatures, the seeing
Yeah.
the deception
Yep.
in what I'm seeing.
I'll allow it.
So that is a 24.
Jewel. Unlike anybody else that sees this vision, you start to cut through the bullshit. And you see almost this chaos recede. And a central platform, if you like, with 4 bridges arcing off into the distance. One red, one blue, one green, and one yellow. Or yellow or white, depending on what colour you want to use, essentially. As you look on the red bridge, you see a city of fire, volcanoes erupting, beasts themselves that walk almost wreathed in fire. You follow the blue bridge and you see a city underwater, but water that never seems to find land above it. You look along the yellow-white bridge and you see a city above the clouds, creatures on wings flying and soaring around, and then you look on that final one, the green, and see a city built itself of rock and stone. Creatures that seem to pull themselves out of the rock faces and lumber across the landscape, and all 4 of them connecting into this central area. 4 bridges, 4 options. And at the heart of that platform now, all 4 of you see a creature that defies logic. A creature that shifts in its forms. Fire, lightning, water, earth. It is at this moment that you center on that being. Danny, I can sense you want to say something.
No, I'm just getting excited because I think we're doing it.
I'm doing it, Peter. I'm doing it.
With your stellar navigation feat. And my counter maxed out because there was no failures. A beam of energy begins to grow out of the star-touched crystal, fed now by the surging energy that roils through Suri and then sort of curls back out as this chaotic energy, absorbed and amalgamated, connects now with Lex's chaos that is thrown into the center, and a single beam shoots into the sky and forms a dome over you all. Lex, you led this particular action. I would like you to roll me a d4, please.
Oh, I thought you was
We
going
are
to make me do
getting
the magic
shunted
table.
into one of 4 elemental planes, boys.
2!
What?
2.
2, sorry, it glitched out for a minute there. You, all of you, feel chaos erupt around you within this dome. Heat surges as fire wraps around you all, and then crackles of lightning, winds that blow and buffet you, water that seems to splash over you as waves wash over you, and finally earth that seems to just sort of erupt around you, and you feel earthquakes themselves. All of them roil and tear and rip at the fabric of reality around you as a stone drops to the floor and skitters across in the distance. Everything goes white as all of this energy capitulates together. And with a 2. With a 2. There is a moment where Jewel Lex and Takami suddenly go as water fills your lungs and you realise you are in the deepest ocean possible that extends beyond the horizon. You cannot see anything but water right now. Edgious, you don't need to breathe.
No, I'm all good. I'm chilling.
Suri, you are a creature of the water. In this moment, then, Lex, roll on the Wild Magic Surge table and let's see if we can fuck up your day anymore.
Unless I turn into a fish.
Gillyweed.
I rolled a 73, which is a bit shit, really. I teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space I could see. Can I see the bridge outside of the water by any chance?
Amazing. You teleport 60 feet. Suri, probably, and Suri and Edgious probably being the only ones of semi-conscious thought in this moment. See Lex just bamf. Jules sort of clutching and beginning to panic. But this is a panther. This is a cat in water. Takami herself is just sort of swimming upwards, and then as she's swimming upwards, realizes there is no surface and looks towards you all and panics. What are we doing in this moment?
I mean, the very first thing that Suri would do would be thinking back to his dream and go, well, of fucking course it is. And then he'd like to cast water breathing.
You would like to what, sorry?
Cast water breathing on everybody.
Amazing.
Oh, hang on.
Thank God.
Oh,
Wait, let me just check the range on that.
I was about to say, does that catch Lex?
I would like to swim 30 feet towards Lex and cast water breathing.
Amazing. So Suri just begins to swim as quick as possible underwater, moves with effortless grace as well. And then there's just this wave that cascades out, and everyone suddenly goes.
Water again. Shit it.
I was just supposed to find out how to get there, not actually take us there. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry, Suri. You saved our lives again. I
Don't be too quick to
detest
thank
water.
me.
Just like, and then
A little
swimming around
concerned.
into like in circles, going, "Where are we?"
So,
I'm a
only
little
Jules see the
concerned
bridge,
that
right?
My actions may have influenced this.
Why? What did you do?
I had a very vivid dream.
Oh, did you taunt the Shrouded Lord in your sleep as well? Yeah, we all did that.
Yeah, we all did that.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh, thank God.
Sorry,
Get in line.
to confirm above table, did I see it? Did everyone see the bridge, or just the creature?
It was Jules' perception that saw those bridges and those cities.
Okay.
Whether that was shared, I will leave up to you.
We were all doing a shared thing, so I kind of feel like I was probably dragging them along. I don't know whether I saw it ever so slightly clearer, but I will imagine that they all saw, at the very least, a blurry version of a bridge.
We just need to get back to
happy
that
for that to be the case.
the central point where they all connect. We just need to get back there.
Each one of the end of the bridge was a city, so we need to find the city in...
We're in the watery one, obviously.
Well, yes. No shit. Of course we're looking for the fiery one down here.
Wait, Lex, that was what? Didn't you like? I'm not going to mention what happened yesterday, and now you guys are just like this. We're just okay. Lex, can we not just portal? You said that you could just open a portal, in this water and get us to the bridge from here.
I think the bridge might be outside of the plains, slightly.
Actually, if you will allow, Matt, because the stellar navigation feat is I know the direct route to where we want to go. If he's on the bridge, I'll know. We should know the route to go, whether it's magical or non-magical, to get to him.
What route?
I will very much give you because you finished with the maximum you could possibly on the counter, no failed rolls, if anything, a crit in there as well. Rather than knowing, you get a feeling of which direction you need to head.
Yeah. I can't explain it. I just know we need to go that way.
You spin 720 before you then point.
Yeah. I will do all of them. I'll go, we need to go that way. So it's a 10-day swim, but we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, cool.
Just
We'll
a
head that way
word.
then.
Yes.
If we are where I think we are, we probably are thinking less distance and more location.
What in the actual flying fuck does that mean?
I was just going to say that didn't make any sense at all.
Dude, I love how mystical you are, and it's actually kind of attractive how mysterious you are. But what the fuck does that mean, Suri?
Oh shit, where's Takami?
Huh?
Just
She's on the beach.
swimming
Whoa.
around at this point.
Oh, okay. She did
And,
come up.
and
She's come
very
back.
importantly,
Okay.
because he's missing the holiday of a lifetime, where's our buff knot?
True.
Our buff knot at this point does just sort of pop into existence, just like, oh, I was chasing a shark.
Well, I have some good news and some bad news. If this is what I believe it is, and I have long come to conclude that being optimistic doesn't tend to lead to correct conclusions. I'm very sorry. I turn to Abeth and go, I know you're an octopus, but there is such a thing as manners.
Oh, well,
Beak
I wasn't eating. I was tasting the water. Fucking hell.
That's
As you say that,
disgusting.
I'll
It tastes funny.
Anyway, I'm sorry. The if this is, I swear to God, Abeth, not. If this is what I think it is, it's endless by any measure.
Oh yeah, that kind of happens when you land in the plane of water. What the fuck are we doing here?
So does that mean, even though I know the direction,
he just
we
like
won't
clenches his jaw for a moment. It's like, yes, thank you, Abeth, not. It is
Now we have a firm grasp of the obvious.
the boundless sea.
Yeah.
We could head in a direction for. I'm not fucking talking to you. Or we could head in any given direction indefinitely. We are
So
not
even though
looking
I know
for
the
distance.
direction,
There is.
we'll never get
We
there.
won't find an edge, but we may find a place. I may be wrong, but
Can I
call it
then
intuition.
try and I know the direction. I want to semi-plane shift us out of this one onto the bridge. Please. I want to bastardize my plane shift spell to take us from here to the bridge.
Okay. I don't mind fucking with magical constructs in the essence of D&D, but we also know there is a risk-reward factor with these sorts of things. So I am going to ask you to make me a spellcasting ability roll, and I warn you, this is going to be a high DC because you are not shifting planes, you are trying to shift within a plane.
Alright. So I need
Wait,
to roll good, is
pause.
what you're saying.
That also means that the bridge is on this plane, guys. That means we're on the right
Well,
plane.
Yeah, but we
First
know
of all,
that.
high
But
fives all round.
I think
Good
you
job,
knew that.
guys.
Yeah.
only
Good job,
took
team.
two and a half hours to get here.
Unless anybody knows the teleport spell.
The what?
I mean, I
Unless
can
anybody
do
can
it
teleport
at
us.
30 feet at a time.
I could do
That's not
500
count.
feet at a time.
No, we don't know the distance.
Jill
do we?
gets bitchy when she's underwater.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
doesn't like the underwater. She's trying to lick herself and realizes she's still fucking wet. I'm like, oh god.
Here it comes, Matt. Fuck it, I'm impatient. 16.
16. Energy swirls around you all. Picks the 5 of you, 6 of you, including Arbuthnot, and begins to swirl around
fuck
you.
Arbuthnot.
Danny, roll me a d6, please, and divide the result by 2.
I rolled a 4, so I got another 2.
Another 2. Energy clamps around all of you. Darkness this time. As you appear again, water drips off you, but it's almost like you are in the world's coldest and biggest air dryer at this point, as currents of wind. And you see beyond you an endless but somewhat hospitable environment. Endless azure skies punctuated by these multicoloured clouds above and below, with absolutely no end in sight.
Do we start falling? Or is there
I
no
am
fall?
just trying to figure that out.
I've been falling for 30 minutes.
At least we're not wet anymore.
What did you
Well,
do?
this is
Liz?
much better.
Arbuthnot's just.
You land on, actually, or so you come out on something known as a small island made of earth that seems to float in these winds and just sort of carried around.
Are we on
me.
the same?
Bless
Are
you.
we still on the water plane? Or
No,
still
we're
in
now
water
in the
plane? Are we now
airplane.
But there's Earth here as well. What the fuck? I'm so confused.
I mean, there's
just
still
wanna get to the
earth
bridge.
in water as well.
Bruh. These planes.
I mean, we're trying to find somewhere where they all meet. I guess this is an improvement.
Yeah. I think I've
Yeah,
overshot it, because now it's back that way.
Well, okay, look, don't try that again. Let's just go the manual way. How do we move in these planes? The swim one was fine, but
I'll try and do breaststroke in the air. See what happens. No. It's not like
You
the
jump,
plane. We can't
do
fly.
breaststroke, and fall, but gently, just sort of.
Oh.
okay.
Interesting.
It's like
I say,
Kirby's Dreamland.
I've got an idea, guys. I will
Uh-oh.
find a chunk of like rock on the ground and be like, come stand on this. What direction is it, Lex? Give me a bearing. Give me a pointing.
That way.
That way. Okay, cool. Matt, I'm gonna cast telekinesis, and like a Zelda puzzle, I'm gonna rip the chunk of ground from beneath us and use it as a launching platform to fly us through the air in whatever direction Lex pointed at, and hope that we can just
Fucking-
like float our way over there.
Fucking love it. Why not?
It's the most sensible idea we've had so far today.
How long does that last for?
I was
the
going
tel-
to say, actually, after some distance, I think Suri would just look at Edgious and go, how long can you do this for?
Well, technically, what I'm thinking is like launching the platform and then sending us off the platform. If we want to keep the platform connected to us, I can do it for 10 minutes. But I was thinking of just using it like a spring-loaded launch pad that fires us into the air as a group of floating humans that try and
Will it be like
get to
outer
somewhere.
space though, where once you start it, it will stay in motion until something stops it?
Well, that's
So you could just start us going, and we'll just continue to drift in the
Yeah.
direction we're going.
That's what I was kind of hoping. With minimal air resistance, we might be able to just, kind of get there.
Suri just looks off into the distance and mouths to himself, 10 minutes. And then kind of looks down.
Endless air and clouds.
Yeah, we got it. Fuck it. And I'm gonna blast us into the sky. I'm gonna fucking blast us into the fucking
you're not
sky.
moving the rock. You are literally launching all 5 of you.
Yeah, I imagine the rock is like coming away. It's like punching us into the air almost, essentially, and sending us
so
flying
it
off into the air.
sinks a little bit, and you feel the resistance
Love
as
it.
then you just
Nice.
5 adventurers soar into the endless skies of the plane of air. No end in sight to this plane. Clouds, the occasional earth mote or cloud-like island sails past them as that arc begins to fade, and they begin to head down and down and down. And that, my friends, is where we are going to leave episode 101
Fucked up.
of campaign 2.
Now we nailed it.
And we will figure out what happens to the Plane of Detective Agency in the Plane of Air as we go into episode 102, which I believe is next week. I believe, yes, it is.
I feel like
It
the
is
last
episode
thing
102.
Anyone, just as that happens, I think that Siri, across the roar of the air streaming past them, would just shout, going, "Well, I'm really, really hoping that my assumption that one of you is an air druid is accurate."
You just see the fact that Jules has, Jules gone from complete submerged to then hair dried. So therefore, it's just
Not quite the flying squirrel moment we were hoping for, but brilliant.
Yeah.
As we end an episode of Chaos with even more chaos, we go into episode 102 next week, and then the following week we go into our Daggerheart finale, part 2 of the finale, I should say, where Josh from Roll Together will be back. We will find out what happens with the heroes of the Crimson Accord, and then we are into our last 2 sessions of the year, would you believe it or not? So not many left now as we go into December. It is getting close, so we'll close 2025 on a high, but lots more to come. Let's see what happens next week with the Plane of Detective Agency. Any final thoughts from the players, dare I ask?
Edgious going through a windy elemental plane of just air is going to sound like the shittest pan flute ever, isn't he?
Angling ribs to try and make us sound brilliant. Amazing
I'm
stuff.
excited to fight whatever this is, and then, dude, I just want to face Callum. That's where I'm at. I want to take Callum off first, and then I want to make my way towards fucking Klein.
you've made an awful assumption, but I totally 100% agree with you that this 4 elemental creature is going to be a fight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's 100% assumption,
definitely-
but it's gonna happen.
I definitely think we should use Lex's idea of talking to it. I really think we should use that
Well,
idea.
let's discuss this in Malt Magic and More, because that's a very valid concept.
Malt Magic Unrolled.
Sorry, Malt Magic Unrolled.
You're doing it now.
Hey.
I know, I did it as well. So yes, if you want to catch Malt Magic and Rolled, of course, you need to go and subscribe to Patreon. Now, a word about the Patreon is there is a special discount coming as of December where you can get 25% off your first month. So if you want to go and subscribe to Patreon, now is the time. I can't get my things straight this evening. It's been too much chaos, but there we go. So yes, go check out the Patreon. There's a bunch of homebrews and one-shots on there, as well as our debriefs, post-episode debriefs. and a couple of session zeros and stuff on there as well. So yeah, plus you get an ad-free podcast, all the goodies. So yes, go check that out.
It's worth it
Discount
just for that.
It really is. It really is. So, with that being said, my friends, thank you for tonight. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for all the comments in chat and everybody being with us here as always. Stay safe. We love you all, and we'll see you next time.